Okay, coming to you from my podcast, Out in Black. I'm Victor Mosley. Today, I wish to discuss the phenomenon of how you begin to take on the traits and characteristics of your oppressor. Listen, I'm not going to speak about every, let's say the majority race, every white person in America does not see evil for what it is, or why every white person in America is always the last to recognize evil and injustice in America. Now, of course, we have abundant history, readings, writings, teachings about why such evil continues to be carried forward from generation to generation. And I'm going to try and keep this short, but I have to inquire why the church is such a prominent player in the propagation of why people do not recognize evil for what it is. Maybe it is the coverings or protection of being inside four walls, calling it a church, a so-called church that protects them from actually seeing evil for what it is. Now, I'm going to show you a book. I don't usually do props or give advertising that has not asked me to do so. Now, of course, advertising to help promote and get out my message, it is appropriate. As I want everybody to go to my channel on YouTube. It is Out in Black. Please hit that subscribe button and let's make black voices, give them the prominence and standing that they should have always had in the black community, and as a result, reach more of the world to tell our message from authentic black voices. Now, I'm going to reach for a book here, but first let me begin by, of course, playing an introduction, my art. Now, again, Victor Mosley, Out in Black. Now, I want to talk about why is it that I see on cable news networks, I'm going to say it because I do watch them, why there are Republicans, black men, black male Republicans. I was looking at them speak about the deportations of, let's say, my brothers and sisters of Spaniard ancestry. You know, you speak some variation, some form of the Spanish language. You originate from Spain. Look at your history. So why our brothers and sisters are now, we're jumping on the bandwagon of treating them with the same evil that they treated black people in the birth, the growth, and the thievery of how America became so wealthy. Now, I'm going to apply some black sense to it. There it is. Why is that the case? Why is it that black male Republicans are suddenly saying that my brothers and sisters of Spaniard ancestry need to be thrown out, deported, criminally just snatched up off the street because somebody said that people that look like them have been committing crimes? Now, let's put aside all the criminals in America that go into schools and kill children. That's not the problem in America. Let's look at a few, and yes, whether they are few or many, they're certainly not equal to Americans going into schools, Americans going into American schools and killing children. But we can start worried about it demonizing, so we want to distract from Americans being the problem, Americans killing children, where we get now to hype up my brothers and sisters of Spaniard ancestry because a few of them are behaving badly. Remember, that's the same way they say it about black Americans, right? Black descendants of slaves. Look at this book. I'm going to put it up here. It's the Red Record. Ida B. Wells. If you have a problem not wanting to give everybody their right under our American Constitution, the right of due process to challenge their detention, to challenge why they are being accused of criminal behavior, why they can't be put through the process as if there's somehow something like rats or roaches you need to get out of here. I mean, you think I'm going to agree with that? Let me tell you plain and simple. I don't care if they take this video and AI it to death. You come and see me in person because I won't be an AI projection in person. Come see me in person if you wish to know where I stand on this issue. If you can't believe the authentic video that you're seeing now on this podcast out in black, come see me in person. I will tell you to your face, you will never get me to say no human being deserves to be treated as my ancestral brothers and sisters were treated. Read this book if you want to know how my brothers and sisters, children of African descent, if they said, somebody said, mainly white people, said that they committed a crime, they were killed on the spot. It wasn't any due process. They were lynched on the spot. They were hung from trees. They were riddled with bullets. Their private parts are cut off and displayed in stores. They were piling out of their so-called churches to attend these lynchings, these killing of people that somebody said that they committed a crime. They grabbed them off the street and killed them, lynched them, did whatever sadistic thing they wanted to do to them. And now we're talking about my brothers and sisters of Spaniard descent. Some of them have commit crimes. Yes, take them through the process, the legal process. Give them their rights. I'm not going to ever advocate or take the side of anybody, human being in this world under God's eyes, period, would ever get me to say, I don't care if it's under duress, I don't care if they have a howitzer pointing at my head. You will never get me to say no human being deserves rights. Every single human being deserves rights. Period. Did you hear me? Every single human being deserves rights. Period. If you can't hear, get somebody to lip read this video. Get somebody to sign this video to you of what I just said. All human beings deserve rights. My spiritual nature tells me that that is the truth, and I will never waver from it. Now, again, I've applied black sense to it. You don't get to tell another human being they don't deserve rights, because now the majority of people who always have issues of ever coming to the truth that there is evil and injustice in America. Just because there are other people who are slow to reach that conclusion, I am not slow. When I see evil, I call it as such. When I see injustice, I call it as such. Period. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. You will never get me to get on the side of anybody saying that, oh, now there's an enemy. Oh, that now the enemy is that, the enemy is that, the enemy is transgender, the enemy is gay, the enemy is lesbian, the enemy is people who want to serve our country, but they look a certain different way, and I don't like the way they look. Because I said I don't like the way they look, they get not to serve our country. They are not allowed to serve America because I said so. That's not the way the world works. That's not the way our spiritual nature is telling us how it works. I've applied black sense to it. Did you hear me? I've applied some black folk sense to it. Now, of course, everybody can behave the way they wish to behave. I am not these black male Republicans' spiritual leader. I am not their spiritual guidance. I'm not their the man to they need to turn to be able to figure things out. Whatever they say, they can choose for themselves. I've made my point. I've applied black folk sense to it. Now, do with the information as you will. I've reached my time. Thank you again. My channel, Out in Black. Hit that subscribe button. We need to get these users up. And I ask all my loyal readers and fans, my users of landcause.com, LANDCAUSE.com, to go to my YouTube page. Keep subscribing to my website, but go to my YouTube page, hit that subscribe button, sign up on my website. Just keep it going, because now I'm going to begin to start choosing advertisers. I'm going to reach out to companies to advertise on my website. You're right. Some of them are not going to come and join us. We're not going to worry about them. We're going to get the funding so we can start taking this nationwide. So we can start bringing up and promoting the black voices, the black people, the positive nature of our people, instead of having other folks tell you what black people are like. You're going to hear from me what black people are like. I've applied some black sense to it. Thank you again. Hit that subscribe button. Go to my YouTube channel, Out in Black. Thank you.